Hi, welcome back to this, whatever this is. So here's the deal with the last video and the fact that it did not go up in August. I'd filmed it at the beginning of August, and then in the middle of August I was traveling a lot. End of August, my laptop broke. It was in the shop for like 2 weeks getting fixed, and then they didn't even do it right. So as of the time of filming this, my laptop is back in the shop. It is towards the end of September now. So anyway, I never got to finish editing that video. I never got to upload it. That's why. So the plan is, by now, obviously I've uploaded my previous video. I'm uploading this as soon as possible after that one. And then depending on the time, I might also upload the October video very, very soon after that as well, to try and kind of make up for lost time. So basically you might be getting 3 videos within a very short amount of time. Sorry about getting off schedule, shit happened. So we are on chapter 19. I'm hitting myself in the face with this tassel. It's bad. So, end of last chapter, Christian's gone missing. I have a frog in my throat. We're gonna get through this together. Also, I just filmed the first like 20 minutes of this with my mic off, so quick recap. They're back in Christian's apartment. Anna is gazing despairingly into Christian's fireplace. It's really poorly written. She's like thinking about whether or not she should call her parents. She says no, her mom's gonna overreact. Maybe Ray, he wouldn't get emotional. He never gets emotional, not even when the Mariners lose. That's, first of all, really poor writing. You don't say shit like that in the middle of a really fucking angsty scene. Second of all, the Mariners suck. By the way, side note for those people who don't know, the Mariners are Seattle's baseball team. The Mariners suck. They have sucked for years, for as long as I can remember. I don't follow sports ball, so I don't know exactly who quit or got traded away or whatever to make them suck, but they have sucked for a long time. So if anyone is still getting emotional when they lose, what are you doing with your life? You're setting yourself up for misery. Then Anna says she's staring into the flames once more. I can see his shy smile, my favorite of all his expressions, a glimpse of the real Christian, my real Christian. That's not a healthy way of thinking about it, because that's saying, oh, only his good, positive, happy emotions are the real him, and his abuse is not actually him. That's not true. That's bullshit. That's a dangerous mindset. That's excusing him of all responsibility for the abuse that she has suffered. That is the real him. He is an abuser. That is part of his personality. That's part of who he is. I had a longer rant about that, but I don't really feel like going back through all of it, so that's the gist of it. Here we go. Even though he's so complex and difficult, I love him. I will always love him. There will never be anyone else. Ever. They've been together a handful of weeks. I'm just gonna keep saying that every time either of them make any kind of grand declaration of their eternal, undying love. They have been together like not even 2 months yet. That is not even halfway through the honeymoon period. That is such a short time together. No, stop this. This is not romantic. This is unhealthy codependency. Speaking of bad writing, sending up all these prayers of like, bring him back to me, let him be okay, which like, fine. The way it's written, it's specifically implicated that she is praying to the Christian God. I feel like there could have been just a few other things earlier in the series to set up the fact that she is, in whatever sense, a Christian. Even if it's not that important in her life, even if she doesn't go to church regularly or whatever, those beliefs seem to be kind of coming out of nowhere. It's sort of just written as if it's like assumed that anyone who is in this situation would start praying to the Christian God. Like that is, it's written as like that's the default, which like no, it's really not. So if you're gonna have your character turn towards a specific spiritual or religious belief in times of trouble, just like give us something elsewhere in the story. Give us some kind of like hey, heads up, this is what they believe. I mean, also, like, this could have been an interesting plot point of, like, you know, because the Christian church has some fucked up beliefs about sex and sexuality, so that could have gone into her struggle to accept kink. And, you know, I don't know, not that I'd want to, like, read about some religiously repressed young woman, because that just have some emotions about that and none of them are good. I can't help but feel like that was a little bit of a missed opportunity if you are now saying, oh yes, she subscribes to the Christian religion. Or, like, on the other hand, it could have been, like, this lesson of, like, just because you are a Christian doesn't mean you can't have non-mainstream, non-vanilla sexual preferences, and you can't, you know, be a sexual person and also a good Christian, because, like, I don't know, I don't want to speak too much on this because I'm an atheist, basically, but the world could use more narratives of sexuality and spirituality peacefully coexisting, rather than creating all these problems and repressions and traumas in people's lives. So this could have been a positive part of the narrative too. Like, you see what I'm saying? Christian just, like, walked into his apartment and everyone's like, oh my god, I thought you were dead, I thought you'd never see you again, and so everyone's, like, freaking out and he's just kind of like, what's happening? And so we're about to hear the story of why he dropped off the face of the earth. Also, apparently something happened to Taylor's daughter, which we don't know about yet, but we're getting, like, a little foreshadowing. I don't know, it's really heavy-handed and dumb, but that's gonna be a plot thing later. Okay, so what happened is him and his, it's not clear exactly what her job title is, but Rose, who is described as his number 2 in the company, flew out in his helicopter to deal with some shit in Vancouver. On the way back, they go to see Mount St. Helens, which, for those of you who don't know, is like a semi-famous volcano in Washington. We got 3 of them. Mount St. Helens is one of them. Several years ago, the side of it blew out and, like, cascaded down in an eruption. So it's all, like, and kind of cool looking now. And so they were, like, flying low over the mountain to see it, and the helicopter caught on fire. The engines caught fire, so they had to land and put out the fire. And then there was no cell phone reception because they were in the middle of fucking nowhere, and they had to, like, walk 4 miles or some shit to the nearest road and hitchhike back, and their cell phones died. This is my favorite fucking part. It's terrible. The reason that Christian was in such a hurry to get back home that he didn't even stop anywhere and use a fucking payphone or borrow someone's phone to call them and let them know that he was okay is because Jose is staying over with Anna, and he wanted to get back and make sure that he was here to fucking watch over his woman, as if she can't have male friends without the constant danger of them cheating on him or what the fuck ever. I just can't. I hate all this jealousy and competition between all of these men. Like, oh my god, you guys chill out. Christian and Anna are together. They're, for better or worse, they're madly in love, or so they think. She's made her choice. It's fine. She's not gonna, like, just go find the nearest other guy she can when he's gone for, like, 24 hours. Oh my, like, what the fuck? What is going through your mind that's like... Kitty's loving on me. Hey, Toby. You're not the jealous type. You don't care. You just love on everyone. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Am I gonna get a kitty in my lap? Come here. Come here, kitty. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, so that's dumb. And jealousy is not healthy in a relationship. Friendly reminder. Christian gets through his story, and it's like almost midnight at this point, by the way, and so everyone's kind of filtering out, and finally it's just cats. So finally it's just Anna and Christian and Jose standing around, and then Christian's like, well, I'm gonna go eat because I've had an adventure and I'm hungry. And then Anna's like, wow, left alone with Jose. As if like that's some big huge thing that Christian would like deign to leave them alone together, which like it fucking shouldn't be. It should not be that big of a deal. They've been friends for how many years? Like, I can't, I hate this. Save me. So anyway, Jose goes up to bed, and Anna and Christian get to be all mushy and lovey-dovey and whatever, and so I don't remember if I'd mentioned this before, but she like, there's this whole like elaborate thing with her getting him a present for his birthday, and so he finally gets to open it, and it's like been in his jacket pocket the whole time, and so she's finally like, well, it's after midnight, so now it's his birthday, so open it. And it's this like cheesy little Seattle keychain that you'd get in like a tourist shop or whatever. It has like little LED lights that like are in the shape of the Seattle skyline. And then she's like rigged it so that on the back in those same LED lights it spells out yes. So that's how she's accepting his marriage proposal. So yeah, they're gonna get married after knowing each other for, I swear to God, it's only been like 5 or 6 weeks at this point in the story. Go figure. This is why the fucking divorce rate is so high. Fucking straight people and their fucking sanctity of marriage. Jesus Christ, kiss my ass. God, I just have feelings about people who are like, oh, we loved each other all through the honeymoon period, so clearly we're like destined for each other and we're never gonna break up ever, and we're never gonna change as people or like grow apart or realize that my boyfriend's a fucking abuser, or like we're just madly in love. And I mean, I have some feelings about that because I was that person for a while and it ended up really shitty and really unhealthy, and oh my God, we were almost gonna marry each other, and I'm really fucking glad that we didn't, because we're so much better as friends than we ever were as, well, okay, that's not true. I guess there was some time where we were like good as a couple, but whatever. It never would have worked out as like a rest of our lives type of thing. People change, people grow, people realize that they need other things in a significant other than they thought they did. And also the fact that you're like rushing right into this huge like financial commitment of a wedding and legal commitment of like you're legally like bonded together or whatever, and so if you do end up breaking up, it's this whole huge process. I've ranted about this before, I'm not gonna keep going, but like this is not romance, this is hormones and honeymoon period, and it's your sex drive, and that's it. The love and the romance comes later when you've been together for like 8 years and you're still madly like in love with each other every time you see each other at the end of the day. That's when you get to say like, yeah, we're probably gonna last for the foreseeable future. But this is like still new, giddy new relationship shit. Like that does not necessarily last. By the way, the chapter's over. It was a short one. Point being, we only have like, what, 3 chapters left? Yeah, only 3 more chapters of this book. And then I get to take a break and do a couple like happy fun videos, not related to really shitty romance novels. Then there's the 3rd book. Oh, and then the other thing I was thinking about is then there's Grey, which I guess is the first 50 Shades book from Christian's point of view, kind of like what Stephenie Meyer was gonna do with the Twilight books, but then she didn't because someone leaked it and she got pissed. So maybe I should do that book, like a series on that book as well. I don't know, or maybe I should just read the whole thing and give you my thoughts on the whole thing all at once, rather than just like retreading over the same ground again for like however many chapters. If you have any preferences one way or the other, let me know in the comments. Not that anyone ever does, because I get like 7 views on each of these videos, but who cares? It's fine. I'm having fun. Yeah, look out for the next video soon-ish, probably. I don't know. What advice do I have for you? Until next time, don't fucking trust people on the internet. Actually serious advice for you this time, you guys. Internet friendships are great. I'm all for them. I've met some of my best friends ever on the internet, but I was reminded in a pretty spectacular way recently that there are a lot of sicko douchebags out there as well who will use the anonymity that is possible on the internet and social media and messaging systems to really manipulate people and do really cruel things to them sometimes too. So like just fucking be careful out there, you guys. I don't want anyone to get hurt, like, ever. I know that's a lot to ask of the world, but I don't, only consensual pain is what I wish on people. I don't know, I know it sounds like cliche at this point in time because like fucking everyone meets on the internet, but like it's still dangerous, and it's still like there's a lot of anonymity that is possible that people can take advantage of, and just look out for each other. Be kind to each other, love each other. I just want everyone to get along. I love you guys. I'm gonna stop now. That's it. That's all I had to say. Bye.